Hello again, welcome to CHM Motorsports. We're going to show you what we got done in the last week in segment 3 here today. So the last time you were here, you were watching us build the headers, making the X-pipe go up to the mufflers. Since then, all that's been done. Motor and headers are gone to the motor building shop to get dynoed. Since then, we've started on radiator lines and oil heat exchangers. So we installed this heat exchanger. Now this heat exchanger runs on radiator water and it cools the transmission oil and the engine oil. Want to come back here, the mufflers are done and in. We've got the rear track rods done, upper and lower. The whole diff is in, third member, whole rear end housing's in, brakes are in, CNC brakes, KMC wheels are on with BFG tires. This year we're going to try something new with KMC wheels. Last year we ran different offsets front to rear. This truck we built a little different so we can run the same offset wheels and rims all the way around. So we're going to try that with KMC rims, and on the BF Goodrich tires, they also come in 3 different compounds, A, B, and C, A being the softest, C being the hardest. So normally we run A's on the front and a B on the left rear and a C on the right rear because it's mostly left-hand turn, so the right rear tire really gets hammered hard. And BFG accommodates that by making different compounds. The reason why we run the same offset wheels is so we don't have to have so many wheels mounted at one time. We can have A's, B's, and C's all mounted, and we can put it on any corner of the car. So it's just a thing for us to make our day and our life a little bit easier at the races. Come on around to the back. We installed the Ron Davis radiators. There's 2 of those that are ran in series. These cars have 900 horsepower, so you got to run a lot of cooling mechanisms, which is 2 radiators and about 3 oil coolers for the thing. Come on around to the cockpit, and we've got the dash is pretty much laid out, figured out. The steering is in, the seat's in, the shifter we got in. There's a Parker pumper back here. We put the master cylinders in with the brake pedal. Well, in core racing, it's a little bit different than all other auto racing. We use 2 brake pedals in this truck. If you push on the center of the pedal, you can see that they both go down. You just push on the left side and that's rears only. So what happens is when you come into a corner and you want to throw it sideways, you lock up the rear brakes for a second, which is this pedal only, and then you stab the throttle, get it sideways, bring it around the corner. Oh, I had some experience with it in the Mickey Thompson stadium trucks that we raced. That's kind of where I learned it. And the last 2 years of racing core, I've been using a split pedal, and we're actually even thinking about taking it over to the desert truck and maybe trying it out in that truck also. Coming to the front, as you can see, we got a whole bunch of aluminum panels done. But if you come up to the front, we have upper A-arms finished. We got the lower A-arms finished. This is all built by the guy who built the chassis, Johnny Kaiser. These parts are made out of 4130 chromoly. And then after they're built, they go out to heat treat and get heat treated, which makes them a little bit tougher and a little bit stronger. They built the spindles and the uprights, and then 2 works again up front with the hubs and the rotors. CNC brakes. We got the tie rods done. It's a Howe rack and pinion steering. We went ahead and put the sway bar in. We're gonna have a front and rear sway bar, which is different than most cars. A lot of cars just have rear sway bars. We're gonna go ahead and try one in the front also this year. The different pickup points to change your caster camber. And then the tie rods will change your toe in and out. Then we'll put 2 Fox shocks from here, 1 here. We still gotta put a big hole in here for our other shock to go up through here. But next week, the Fox shocks will be here, and hopefully the next time you're here, we'll have the shocks on it. So we showed you what we got done this week. I want to show you what's different about this chassis is it's offset. You can see that there's a whole bunch of chassis sticking out on this side of the car, and on this side of the car, there's hardly any chassis at all. The body will be out over the tires, so there'll just be some tube work that holds the body out here. It makes it a lightweight chassis, not a bunch of tubing sticking out holding up a body. Okay, next week we're gonna be mounting the body on this vehicle. Why don't we walk over and take a look at what we're gonna be mounting. This is our Chevrolet Bowtech body. White gel coat, all hand laminated. The difference about this year from last year is they're letting us run a 1-piece front end. Last year we had to run a hood and 2 fenders. This year they're gonna let us run 1 piece. When we put it on the truck, it'll all go on as separate pieces. Right now we have it all bolted together so we can set it over the truck and get it centered before we put it on as individual pieces. All right, so we showed you what we got done this week. Come on back next time see the truck with the body on it, motor and trans in it, and we're gonna get the thing wired up and plumbed up, and hopefully the time after that you'll be able to hear the thing run.